Flosstube, this is Mary, the Magnolia Stitcher. Today is Wednesday, March 29th, 2023, and this is Flosstube 19. I would like to start with by saying thank you to my returning subscribers. I've gotten several since my last video, and I'm very happy to have you here. I'm always happy when you come back and spend this time with me. If you are just visiting and you like what you see, please consider hitting the subscribe and like button. I love being able to spend this time with people in the Flosstube world and being able to share what I've been working on and all that good stuff. As far as life updates, there's not really much to talk about. I have been sick. I've had the flu. I'm much better, but I still have a cough. So if I start coughing, that's why. If I get in a really bad coughing spell, I will pause because I know you don't want to hear all that. But other than that, there really hasn't been much to talk about. I had my birthday, and I do have some haul from that. And we didn't make much of a big deal about my birthday. It's just, when you get to, for me, when I got to 30, it quit being a big deal. I cried and cried and cried at my 30th birthday. I don't know why I cried. No one told anybody it was my birthday. And it was just like, don't talk about it. We didn't do anything. But ever since then, it's just been like, it's another birthday. I'm just another year older. It's no big deal. And since we've had kids, we always focus our birthday energies on the kids. We always make sure they have a pretty good birthday. But, other than that, there hasn't really been much going on. I've been sick, and I have a lot of stitching. Okay, I have a lot of whips and new starts. But in the last few days, I haven't worked on as much, so some of them are really piddly starts. But a start is a start. So, let's get into the cross stitch. So, I'm going to start with my new start since my last Flosstube. One of these, the first one I'm going to show you is the Swans by Cottage Garden Sampling. I kind of think I might have shown that last time, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to show it again. Because I started it on the day that I made my last Flosstube. So who knows what I did. I mean, I guess I could look, but nah. That'd take the fun out of the surprise. Anyway. So, first one I'm going to show you is The Swans by Cottage Garden Samplings. I don't know why I have so much trouble with their name. This is number 2 from the A Year in the Woods series, which is the series they put out last year. And, you know, I'm working on the fox, which actually I have plans for the fox. I made some mistakes in the fox, so I'm going to rip it all out and start over because it's causing problems with progress. But anyway, I started the Swans. And this is my progress. There we go. I've got the trees going, and I've got these snowflakes, and this is this. So this tree right here, I've started on right here. I'm taking a different approach than I did with the fox. I like to start in the top left-hand corner. So that's what this is over here. But this is a really fun stitch. It's mostly DMC. There are, I think it's Week Style Works. There's a Gentle Art Simply Shaker thread and just a Gentle Art sampler thread. But I haven't gotten any of those put in yet. As far as I think this is all DMC. I'm almost certain. Maybe this is the, let's see, chalk. Okay, so the white is the chalk from Gentle Arts, and the rest I'm pretty sure is DMC. So that's that one. I am much better organized today. And I say that and watch me make a mess. So then I started Mother Nature Winter. This is from the the swans are on a 32 count Lugana in Polar Blue from Mystic Fabrics. So then I started Mother Nature Winter. This is from the February Just Cross Stitch magazine. And it's designed by Stitch Aura. For those of you who don't know, there's going to be a whole series of these. This one was the first one. And it was in the February. And then I think it's the April. The next magazine to come out has the spring, Mother Nature Spring. And I just love these. I absolutely love them. But I didn't get a terribly big start on her. She has a fair amount of, excuse me, a fair amount of color changes. I wouldn't call it confetti so much, but it is a lot of color changes. There's like 3 or 4 colors just in this little bit of hair. So that's what I got done on her. I am using all DMC on her. No special threads. Seems like there's a Sullivan's option, but I'm not doing that. I'm doing DMC because I can get those at my local stores, which is just Michael's and Hobby Lobby. But that's what I've got done on her. And she is on 28 count Lugana. The color is Tundra from Mystic Fabrics. And this was the February 2023 fabric of the month. It's very pretty. It's got some opalescence in it. So then I started Red Mermaid. I started her on my birthday. She is a RTO kit. And I know y'all may not remember, but I subbed out the fabric for her. It was a really stiff, dark Ada, and I don't like Ada. I don't like dark. So I went with something else. And this is a 28 count Lugana from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. And as you know, most of hers don't have a name. But she does have a lot of confetti. Now all this right here is all one color. But it's all half stitches and they all have to go a certain direction. It's not like I can do a half stitch this way and I can do a half. And there's a lot of moving around on this. And I was trying to do her where my back wouldn't look so bad. But all of this is a lot of color changes. This is all one color, but all of this is a lot of color changes. And then there's 2, I think, blends in there. But she's going to be beautiful. And this fabric, the light's kind of blowing it out some, but it's like a green, seafoamy green, which is what I wanted. And then the last start I've done is another one from the February Just Cross Stitch magazine. And it's Rabbits in Winter. It's by Stitchy Princess. On Instagram, she goes by Stitchy Princess Black. She has an Etsy store as well. And I just love her designs. They're really fun to stitch. I love the way she uses negative space. I think that's really fantastic, the way she uses negative space. She is a Ukrainian designer, which is to me, is an extra bonus. Not that I don't want to support designers from other areas, but you know what's going on in Ukraine right now. I like to support them. But I just started this yesterday, and so far I'm only stitching the border. And it's still in the Q-snap because I'm going to work on it some more later. That's what I've done. This is actually a pretty fast stitch. I didn't stitch a whole lot yesterday because I was still feeling pretty rotten. So this is like 2 or 3 hours worth of stitching. And that's all. But this is fun. And I did use, she gives you a week's dye works key, and she also gives you the DMC conversion. I am using the DMC conversion. And this is on .32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics. The color is Time Worn, and this is the March 2023 fabric of the month. If you want nice color, if you like neutrals and you want nice colors and you want a fabric of the month club, check out mysticfabrics.com. I'll link it below. She is really, her fabrics are beautiful. She's really kind. She's a nice person. And, you if you sign up and you say, okay, I want Lugana, but then you change your mind, there's an option to change, what type of fabric you're getting. Excuse me. But I really like her as a person. She's very nice, and she tries to do whatever she can for you. So then on to my whips. So the first one I worked on is Believe in Santa. This is a Dimensions Gold Petites kit. And this is my oldest whip, which saying it's my oldest whip is kind of deceiving because it's only from July of last year. But I'll put where I was last time here. And then this is where I've gotten to. Is that the front? Yeah, that's the front. So I have completed all of the regular cross stitches, and I'm working on the back stitch now. See, this is how far I've gotten with the back stitch. But those of you that do dimensions, you know, there are tons of back stitch in these gold kits. It's going to look fantastic when I get done, but it may take 2 or 3 more sessions. Because then I've got to do, it calls for French knots too. It's been suggested that I do beads rather than the French knots, but I don't mind doing the French knots, so I'll probably stick with the French knots. And it'll be good practice. But this has been really fun to stitch. Now, I know this is on 8. I used all the kitted... Oh, I didn't realize that was right in the middle of the... I used all the kitted materials. But, like I said, this was one of my first ones. And I wanted to get it going. Or not one of my first ones, but one of my first ones when I came back. I wanted to get it going, and I just used what came with it. So then we have Candy Shop by Soda Stitch. I love this one. That being said, there was a lot of stitching right here that I had to rip out because I had miscounted one color, and I had apparently counted everything else in that area off that one I had miscounted. So I had to frog all that. But I'll put where I was last time here. And this is where I am now. I'm working on getting all this white filled in. I feel like if I get all the white filled in, I'll have an easier time with the counting of the colors. And this is another one. Those of y'all that do Soda Stitch know that these have a lot of back stitch. So I've been doing the back stitch as I go. And I didn't do all of the snail on the scale back stitch. But isn't that like the cutest thing ever? I love Soda Stitch's stuff. But this is on... Oh, wait. That's right. I had forgotten to write this down. Where are you, my friend? Oh, good gravy. I forgot to write this down. And I've still forgotten to write it down. This is on, I think, oh, there it is. This is on 32 Count Nugana from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. And, this is part of the Soda Stitch treat sale that, Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, and Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher were hosting. Jordan has finished hers. At last Amber showed it, she was still working on hers. I'm not sure. And they're both Flosstubers. And y'all know I love Amber. I like Jordan too, but I've just started watching her. But I love Amber. She and I have a lot of the same taste. And then I worked on Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace. Isn't she beautiful? I've got 2 more of the Celtic ladies. I plan to do all 5, but we'll see because this is taking me a while. And I'll put where I was last time here. And, it came undone. Good gravy. It's not cooperating. There we go. But, I finished filling in all of this except the beads. I did what little bit of back stitching it has. And I worked on her skirt some. But like you can see that little bit of back stitching? And around the hand here. I did that. Now this does have, it's got DMC light effects. But I did something else with the DMC light effects and I didn't like it. So I'm switching it out for Crying. So I haven't done the Crying. And then like this Lavender Lace has a lot of beads. So I haven't done that yet either. But this is on 32 count Mystical from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. And this is, I just love stitching this. This is on linen. I always forget to say that. This is a linen, and it's so easy to stitch on. But y'all know I love Rolanda fabrics. Isn't she pretty? So, I feel like I didn't stitch that much, but I have a lot to show. So then the next one I did is also a sew to stitch. It is Santa's Village. And I'll put where I said it's not sparkly, here. It's opalescent.
But that,
or here. Not back there. And this is where I am now. I just was mostly working. Like, I filled in the screen. This was when I was starting to feel bad, and I didn't do a whole bunch on there, but I did this tree and this tree, and that's it. I think. Maybe I did this. I don't know. You guys can look at where I was last time and see. But I didn't do as much as I should have done on this. And this is on 32. No. This is on 28 count. The color is Rouge. And it is the December fabric of the month from Mystic Fabrics. That's weird. I used that Spending Amnesia for something. I didn't like it on the Spending Amnesia. I used it for something else. So now it's on this. I don't... You never know with me. Uh-oh. I didn't know that was in there. And then the last one is my Winter Fun, the Hummel kit from Needle Treasures. And I didn't do as much on him because I was feeling pretty bad when I was working on him. But, I'll put where I was last time here. And then that's what I got. This is another one where I used the Ada. I couldn't come up with an idea for what fabric I wanted to use. So I just used the Ada in the kit, and it's so stiff. But it's been pretty easy to stitch on. And I am using the floss in the kit. But mostly I worked right here. And then I did a tiny bit around here. But mostly I filled this, I guess this is supposed to be a cloud, in. And he's a lot of fun to stitch on, but he's a lot of grays and browns. So, I don't stitch on him as much as I should. And he hasn't been out in a little while. Excuse me. My leg went to sleep. So, that's it for my whips and my starts. So I had a few other things I wanted to show you. So, my kids are absolutely scissors obsessed. Every one of them, when they come to talk to me or to sit by me or whatever, they have to pick up my scissors and mess with them. Well, I also use waxers on like DMC thread or like the Dimensions kits. The threads that want to fray, I use waxers on. And so, apparently one of them decided they wanted to cut my wax with my scissors, and now my scissors won't cut my floss. And this is the third pair of scissors they've ruined playing with them. And I tell them not to touch them, but you know how kids are. So, instead of going and buying expensive scissors, people have been talking about these little scissors a lot. They're super sharp. They don't have sorry guys. They don't have very much of a blade. They're about 1 inch, but they're very sharp, and the end is very sharp. So they come with this silicone thing to cover the ends. You can get these in packs of anywhere from 3 to 18 from what I found. So I bought a couple of packs of these. They're $1 and something each by the time you pay for the whole pack. I think it was like $22 for the pack of 18. Not bad considering, but I bought 2 packs of 18 so I could put one in each of my bags, and then I can put them up and not be irritated by having to get them out again the next morning. So, I bought these. They come in pink, green, blue, and yellow, I think. Or pink. I know they come in pink and green, and I think blue and yellow, or maybe just yellow. They only come in a few colors. But to me, this was worth the investment. And if you are a traveler, I cannot imagine TSA getting upset over that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can't imagine that. And I will link these below. But I bought these, and then I use a needle threader. I always use a needle threader. I have never, even when I was very young, I have always had a problem threading needles. So I bought a set of 30 of these needle threaders. And these are the little wire kind. Like the cheap, excuse me, like those cheap metal ones that you can get that are like aluminum or something, but they break real easy. These don't break real easy. But I got these off of Amazon as well, a pack of 30. I'll link these below. And then, ignore my counting pins. I haven't moved them to my next thing. But then I got these little packs. I'll link these below as well. So, in each one of my whips, I have this little package with this. If I've kitted it up and I haven't started it yet, it has a needle in it. If it's the next thing I plan to start, I go ahead and add a couple of counting pins so that I can just grab and go. And this is cut down on what I carry around. Now I do still carry an Orts bottle. This is the one I keep in here. And then I'll show you what I keep at my stitching desk. But this works perfect for me. They just pop right in the bag. It's everything I need. You can add extra needles if you're one of those people that has a problem losing your needles. You could put extra needles in here. Whatever. And this is great. But I will link all of this stuff, not the counting pins. I will link the bag, the threader, and the scissors in the description box. So if you want to go do something like this, or if you just want the scissors or just the needle threaders, whatever, that's great. But also, so I have this. I've been putting my orts in here pretty much since I started. This is a cinnamon stick thing, and it's glass. And so I was carrying this around with me and putting my orts in it. And I get really irritated having to move everything, because I go to Crafts and Books, the group Crafts and Books. Beth the Steadfast Stitcher has a group called Crafts and Books, and we do a chat and craft. We do Monday and Friday night, and then they just started doing Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. But we do it over Zoom. If you're interested, I'll try to link I have a trouble with linking Facebook pages, but I'll try to link the Facebook page below. But I was carrying this around, and that got really irritating because me. So then we went to a local restaurant called Cracker Barrel. They just do like home style stuff. I don't know how widespread they are. I know there's several in my area. But we went to a local restaurant called Cracker Barrel, and they have started giving you your syrup in these. This is glass. So she brought us 4. It was me and my mom and one of my mom's friends and her little boy. And she brought us 4. And the ones we used, I brought home and cleaned out. They let me have the one we hadn't used because it was part of the price of our meal. So I cleaned one of these out, and I'm keeping it at my stitching table where I normally stitch, and put my orts in it there now, so I don't have to move those around so much. Now I did try to pull these labels off, but they don't want to come off easily, and I have not been feeling well, so I haven't felt like messing with them to pull them off. That was one other thing we did. I completely forgot. So, I don't know if it's everywhere, but around here they have these things called color runs. And, you walk or run, it's a 5K, and they throw color chalk at you at various points. So my mom got a team together, and some of them ran, and I'm sure y'all can tell I'm not a small girl. So, and I'm not running. So my mom and I walked, and we were the last ones to finish, but hey, we finished. That was kind of entertaining because my mom is actually pretty competitive. And she was so aggravated that we were the last ones to come out. And then her friend that went to lunch with us that day with her little boy is about a year and a half. He's the cutest thing. But her friend that went to lunch with us walked with us so we weren't alone. And at the end, we were like, there were these people, these 2 ladies right in front of us. Well, not right in front of us, but the closest to us. And we were like, go catch them. So she went and called them. But I will put a picture at the end, some pictures of the fun run. Not fun run, the color run. And y'all can see. And I'm doing another one in April. Not a color run, but another 5K. But anyway, I completely forgot about that. I've been feeling so bad. I completely forgot about that color run. But we had a team of 15. I think it was 15. We were the biggest team in the run. And a couple of the guys on the team actually got awards. One of the guys he's probably 18. He's young. He ran the 5K in 33 minutes. I mean, guys, I don't think I could have done that. Even when I was his age. Anyway, so, on to haul. So, I got, for my birthday, my parents gave me a gift card. And of course, the first thing I did was go spend it. The gift cards never last long with me. I know I'm getting them. My parents always give me a gift card. So I know I'm getting it, so I plan ahead of time when I'm going to spend it on. And, so I've been dying to do a Mill Hill kit. Absolutely dying to do a Mill Hill kit. But I wouldn't buy it myself. I just wanted to spend the money on other stuff that I knew. So I went and I got a Mill Hill kit. And it's the Buttons and Beads series. But it is stitching. And I love it. I haven't started it yet, but I may break it out later today and start it. I don't know. I wanted to show you guys first. But for those of you who don't know about Mill Hill kits, they come with everything. Perforated paper, the floss, the beads, needles, and when they have a button, they come with the button. And this is part of this series. I have been eyeing this. It was out of stock when I went to go buy this, or I would have bought this one. But I have been eyeing this one majorly. This is, if I like doing the Mill Hill kit, this is the next one I'm going to do. And then, of course, I want to do all of them because I'm a sucker for a series. So then, I talk about Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, all the time, right? So, she and I have very similar tastes. I mean, very similar. Like, we get the same fabrics. We do the same things on the same fabrics. That kind of stuff. So, she's been doing... There is a sow out there. I think it's called Totally Tubular Sow. I think it's like 80s stuff. 90s stuff, maybe. But she's been doing, as part of that sow, she's been doing Care Bears and Care Bear cousins. Well, they come in a book, and the books are from the 80s. And I know, please don't get offended by me calling that vintage. They're younger than me. But they're listed as vintage on eBay. So, I went and I got the Care Bears book and the Care Bears cousins book. And these are fantastic. The Care Bears book, these are Gloria and Pat Designs by Paragon Needlecraft. They are copyrighted from 1985. And I'm just going to show you. That's some of the Care Bears. And then you have this, more Care Bears. My favorite Care Bear is this one. Good luck, Bear. And then more Care Bears. And this actually has some of the Care Bear babies, which I had as a kid. My grandmother, when she passed away, still had some of my Care Bear babies in her house. But I had this one, actually. He had been so played with that he was faded to almost a white. But there's that. And it gives you, like, ideas for how to finish them. I know how I'm going to finish them. But I have requests for certain finishes on certain one. And then there's the cousins. And both of these came off of eBay. So, and I know there were more there. But there's the cousins. And that's all the cousins right there. And the first one I'm doing is Swift Heart Rabbit. I got the cousins in first, and I went ahead and kitted up Swift Heart Rabbit. because it's been requested that I do it and make a pillow and make it done twice. And then in the vein of the 80s things, I went and I found Welcome to the World of Strawberry Shortcake. I loved strawberry shortcake growing up. Now this one I found on Etsy. There's not a whole lot of these, or like they're really overpriced. Well, I say overpriced, but I mean they're market value because they're on the ones I found on eBay were the auctions, and they had been driven up to like $50, some of them. But there's the strawberry shortcake stuff. And then there's that. And that. I'm also looking for a Rainbow Bright book. I haven't found. I'm thinking there's one of the thicker ones like this with more than one pattern in it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't found it yet. And then I was looking at the Totally Tubular style, like the hashtag on Instagram, and I saw Medieval Embroiderer. And I mean, I'm a cross stitcher, and I have studied medieval history. My history specialty is medieval Britain. So I had to have this. But I haven't decided when I'm going to do it yet. But it's just like a leaflet. And then it lists, apparently there's a bunch of angels on the back. I don't do angels. Not as any sort of religious thing. Because of Doctor Who. And if you watch Doctor Who, you know. The weeping angels. No. No angels in my house. Doctor Who is not like scary or creepy to me, but the weeping angels majorly creep me out, and I don't do angels anymore. Anyway, so then I have decided I'm gonna do some reproduction samplers, and I wanted to do a red sampler, but I looked and looked and looked, and I've been looking for a while, and I couldn't find just the right one, and then I did. Maria Vincenza Lariccia, I think, 1837. And this is from Hands Across the Sea. But look at that. Now, this is a big one. But look at all the motifs. Aren't they so pretty? This is 589 stitches wide by 270 high. So this is a big girl. But it's going to be so pretty. And then I've also been looking for just a regular reproduction sampler. I couldn't find the right one. I looked and looked and looked. And then I went to Hands Across the Sea and I saw the sister reproductions. It's Isabel Uffendale and Anne something Uffendale, but both of the last names are Uffendale. But look at that. This is 1829. And I mean, this isn't a small one either. It's 332 by 481. I like big projects. And I'm not going to do the cliche there. But, that is all I have for today. I do have, I think the only thing I have that hasn't come in is some needle minders. But I do have some stuff that hasn't come in, but I think it's just needle minders from Gina's Unique Boutique. So not anything that's a big deal. I am kitting up, I've forgotten the name of it. Santa's, I'll put the name down here. I've forgotten the name of it. Santa's Workshop, maybe? It's a Hade and Blushing Pink Stitches. Lindsay at Blushing Pink Stitches has a Facebook group dedicated to it. And I have been kitting it up. I got the Super Size Max color, so it's got over 200 colors in it. So this is not even all of them. But I've been going to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and getting the colors. Getting the floss. Pardon the crinkling. So my plan for it is to start it on May 1st. So, Blushing Pink Stitches is doing Monogamous May. Now, we all know I'm not the best at monogamous stitching. I used to be, and then I realized, hey, you can have like 500 things going on at once. So now I'm just starting all the things. But I want to try to do it with her. And I thought about doing Persist because it's one of her charts. But I really want to start Santa's Workshop. Pretty sure that's the name. So I think I'm going to start it May 1st. And stitch on it as long as I can stand it. I'm not going to lie. I probably won't make it a whole month stitching on one thing. I'm going to try. But then as far as April goes, I have it all organized. Right now I have it done in 2-day sets. So I do one thing for 2 days and I move on. And I have a wheel on my phone that I spin and it picks for me what. But I don't know if I'm going to stick to that. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, but I think for today I'm going to do some more on winter rabbits. Rabbits in winter. Whatever it is. But I'm also gonna dig into my meal hell kit. I'm really, really excited about this. So, anyway, that is all for today. If you, CJ, Bagaria, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if it's not. But, she won the long dog in the last video. And the other two, I've already got theirs out to him. Well, CJ, like most of us, was a little behind. And she's just emailed me. She's just emailed me her information, but it was when I was first starting to get sick, so I've looked at it, but I have not sent it, and I will get that sent by this weekend, I promise. But, I think that is it. Anyway, I'm gonna put at least one picture from the color run. I think I only have one that's got me in it, or maybe two, that don't have a child in them. And I'm not going to put somebody else's child on YouTube. But, that's it. I will see you guys around April 15th. But that's all for today. I hope you have a great start of April. I hope if you celebrate Easter, I hope you have a wonderful Easter. If you don't, if you celebrated the solstice, I hope that was wonderful. I hope the next 2 weeks are fantastic for you. Stay safe, stay warm. Since Mother Nature is drunk and doesn't know what she wants to do right now. Bye.